It's as simple as that. We deserve better than what we're being given. People out on the street, they deserve better welfare than what they're provided. There are so many different avenues that we are being neglected that it's hard to pinpoint just one or two or highlight a story. And that's why tonight we've all come together. Again, thank you. They would be some of the most despicable people that are making the decisions behind how that entire group is run. These, of course, are my own personal views, and I'm not here to sugarcoat stuff. I'm not here to be politically correct or anything like that. We need to be able to stand up. We need to be able to bring common sense to the argument, and we need to be seen as being strong and moving forward with trying to save our town. The judicial system fails us. Absolutely fails us. It needs an overhaul. It needs to be looked into. The bail system is no different. These kids can be bailed 10 or 15 times and still keep repeat offending. It's wrong. At the end of all of this, and probably the biggest starting point, the government set the benchmark in paying out compensation to the criminals that were in the Don Dale Detention Centre for how they were mistreated. They paid out $30,000 per head without even going to court. They settled on that. Our compensation that I've put a figure on to start a point is $100,000 per point. Nearly $12,000 going by the last Senate. Rate paying addresses here in Alice Springs. Over 2,000 businesses in Alice Springs. And then you've got all of our sporting groups, community groups, different organisations. So I worked that out to be roughly 15,000 points of compensation at $100,000 per point. That's how I've worked out the $1.5 billion in compensation to move forward. We deserve to be compensated for what the government has put us through. We deserve to be compensated for what they continue to put us through. I've had numerous messages from people. Probably the harshest one, an older lady, retired, wanted to be a part of this, said she wasn't in a position to bring money to the table because she spent nearly the last remaining superannuation that she had on securing her house more so that she felt safe. This is where it's wrong. We are Alice Springs. Regardless of where you came from, how long you've been here or anything like that, every one of you are in this room because we are all a part of Alice Springs and we deserve a better run from our government, we deserve a better place to live, and we need a sense of calm across our town. Okay, well, just been informed that there's still several hundred people outside that they're not allowing in because we've reached capacity. All right, sorry, that's my wife Katie saying I need to introduce myself, and I just skipped that part. But my name's Garth Thompson. I've grown up here in Alice Springs. This has been my home for 44 years. I'm proud to say I still love the place. It's an amazing place to be, and I'm glad that I got to grow up here. And I want it to continue being an amazing town. We understand that everyone has their own story. And I know that a lot of people would have liked to be able to come here today and step up and speak and say their mind and bring out what they've dealt with. What I'd like to do, and I know there's plenty of people here that are capable of doing it, is get some locals that are happy to help me put together a website so that we can have access to everybody's information that you want to share. It's not going to be info that's going to be shared, pushed around or anything like that. It's simply to have your story heard, seen, the mental impact, the physical impact, the financial impact We need to be able to collect all of that information so that we've got accurate information to move forward with this. It's not going to be open forum on everyone being able to read everyone's stories or anything like that. I want to make it an easy, private platform that people can access from their own home and tell us your story. Like I say, everyone's story deserves to be heard. What I'd like is, at the end of the evening, if there is anyone in the room that's able to help me build a website, please come and have a chat. Sorry, I've got myself lost. Look, getting back to a few other things, the main thing that I want to leave here with today is to give everyone a sense of belonging to the fact that we can all come together and be a part of trying to save Alice Springs. I hear so many stories of people wanting to leave town and that they just can't bear to be here. And on that point, I want to say thank you to everyone that's pushed past their limits and actually come here tonight that felt like they couldn't, because I know a lot of people felt that way. And it's a credit to you to be here. What I would like is if we can have at the end of the meeting, people that are willing to step up and come and find out some more about what we can do to come together to move forward with this plan. There's a whole lot of people more intelligent than me in this room, and I'm happy to say that. But the knowledge, the background, the impact, I need to be able to have people come together so that we can move forward. It's a waste of all of our time if we don't go ahead. And yeah, look, I don't know. I don't have anyone else to speak. I don't have anything flash to put on show or anything like that. I haven't spoken to any media before this point, because at the end of the day, this is locals, we're looking after locals, and we need to support ourselves and we need to come together to make a difference. And look, I don't want to keep you too much longer, but if there's anyone that would like to have some sort of say to try and help convince a few more people to come together, you're welcome to come up if you'd like to. It's not so much about trying to get everyone's stories, but no, so that is one point I should have made. I just got told that it's not just ratepayers, it's rental. My thoughts for the process is for the occupants of the address, not for the owners of the address. Ratepayers are the ones living in the house, they're the ones having the windows smashed of an evening, they're the ones having people wake them up in their own beds. This is a problem that's spread right across the town. The whole deal isn't about just trying to get money out of this deal. That's probably a small portion of it, but sadly that's the part that's going to take the attention, it's going to get the headlines, it's going to move on. I'm more than proud to stand here and say we as a community of Alice Springs are about to sue our government for $1.5 billion in compensation.
My name's David Young. I didn't come here knowing that we were going to sue the government. I'm sorry.
That's not a problem, mate. We're all here for our own reasons, and that's understandable. We're here to try and get compensation to rebuild our own town, and sadly, we're going to have to rebuild it off our own back because no one else is stepping up to do it for us.
Got a roving line. Got a roving line. That's the only one.
Exactly. Where are the politicians?
Oh,
They weren't invited.
Okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't to stay there. Okay. Gotcha.
This could be a bit interesting.
Thanks, Garth. My name's Christine Burke. I've been a teacher in public education in this beautiful part of Australia for 30 years. I think probably like all of you, I don't know if I can say that all of you are worried about our town. All of you have had experiences of what Garth's talking about. But I can't say, like the previous person who stood up, that I'm here in favour of suing the Northern Territory government, which is really our government, so it'll be our tax money. I can't say that we're all in favour, or I'm certainly not in favour of that. So to have this wonderful group of people who've come here without real clear understanding of the numbers who agree with that, I want it noted in some way who does not agree with that.
Hey, look, that's the amazing part about Alice Springs. Everybody is welcome to their opinion, and everyone gets a chance to have their say and tell their story. I know it's going to take money to save our town. Hey, there's no reason for any of that down the back there.